Plan like a pro. Today, we're going to give you a sneak peek into our free business planning system. We'll walk you through the process, show you all of the tools and free downloads that are available, and just everything that's going to make your business planning a whole lot easier. Today on the Wandering But Not Lost podcast.
And now your host, Jen O'Brien and Matt Emerson.
Welcome, everyone, to the WBNL Wandering But Not Lost podcast, where together we align, connect, and prosper. We are going to give you a sneak peek today into our free course. It's called Real Estate Agent Fundamentals and Business Planning. We have a whole section here on business planning, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. The lesson that we have chosen to kind of pull out of there and give you the sneak peek into is called Determining Your Goals, Your Income, and Your Closing Goals. Business planning is vitally important in setting your goals and making sure that you have a plan for your business. Business planning can be kind of a tough situation sometimes, and you can get started out with the best intentions, but you start falling off because it can get really, really detailed. We don't want you to get mired down in the details of all of this. We want to provide you a path and easy tools that will help you really sum up where your business is today, and help you write and look at the goals for the long term. So you have a business that's going to be sustainable, and you're going to be able to stay on a steady course as you go along. We have all kinds of things in this course that are going to help you do exactly that. Once again, this course, Agent Fundamentals, is a free course. We offer it to you over at WBNLcoaching.com. Just go to our freebies page and then click on that. You'll be able to sign right up for it and have instant access to the course that we're going to be showing you today, as well as all of these downloads that we have. Let's just kind of talk about some of the downloads that are included here. And this is what's so key. A lot of times you'll be able to get a online business plan course that has a business plan, kind of outline for you there. That's all fine and good. But when you're actually putting a real plan together, you need to know a lot of information in order to make that plan work. So we give you all that background material as well. So you really can put together a solid plan that's not just grasping on numbers out there, but really, giving you the tools to actually put together a program where you can actually see what kind of profit you're going to make in the coming year. Some of these tools that we have, a lot of them are Excel spreadsheets that kind of help you put your information. It's really gathering information, right? Help you put your plan together. We have a goal writing package, first of all, which is really help you kind of set your goals for the upcoming year. Of course, the business plan itself. But here are the key documents that I really want you to focus on, or that I really want you to really think about, that we provide that most other people don't. We have a income and expenses spreadsheet, so you really can narrow down or pinpoint what you're spending your money on in your business. We have a personal budget, so you know what's going on with your personal life, because obviously, how can you set a goal for yourself of how much money you want to make in a year if you don't have any idea of how much you're spending in your own life? Not to mention, we have the business budget, so you know how much money you're spending in your business as well. So two separate sheets, but both very important part of business planning, because you cannot get to that bottom line of what you want to make unless you know how much money is going out in a year. So incredibly crucial. We have a success action plan, which will help you stay on track. Weekly performance scorecard, so you can kind of keep track along the way. We have a program, or a download that's called My Perfect Week. It shows you kind of what your calendar can look like and help you plan that out, and kind of takes that out to how you kind of execute that plan, and your daily work plan as well. So all of those downloads sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, but the great thing about it is it's all done for you. Part of business planning that can be so difficult is having, putting all the pieces together and making sure you're not leaving something out. Well, we've taken care of all that for you. We don't want you to be thinking about the process. We want you to fill in the gaps, fill in the numbers, put your plan together, and then be out executing, because executing the plan is really more than half the battle. So we're going to jump into the lesson right now. Jan, take it away.
Welcome back. The next step in the business plan is to determine your income and closing goals. In this lesson, I want to review the process behind determining your true income goal for the year. So instead of picking a number out of the air as your commission goal, let's walk through the following steps so you can calculate a revenue goal that has some meaning and includes profit. In an upcoming lesson, I will be demonstrating how to customize the real estate business plan located in your downloads. But before we get there, let's cover the 5 areas to consider to determine your income goal. So here's what they are: your business expenses, your living or household expenses. The third is savings, retirement, fund, the profit that you want to have this year. Profit is important. We just don't work for covering our expenses and our taxes. And then that brings me to estimating your tax payments. So we've designed a business plan so that you use these 5 areas. You do some work, you got a little homework here, to come up with those 5 areas so that it's a meaningful overall income goal. I find most real estate agents just pick out an area. New agents classically say, I want to make $100,000. Well, that's fine if that $100,000 means something to you because you've done that work for those 5 areas. So let's talk about your business expenses. In the overview and download section, you'll find a business budget Excel sheet with all the common categories for a real estate agent. So use this to estimate if you're a new licensee, or if you've been in the business for a while, get your actual expenses for the previous year. That total is going to go into the business expense field of the plan. Do the same thing with the personal home budget. That's another spreadsheet we have for you in the downloads. Now, if real estate is 100% of your income, meaning that's the only way that you're paying all of your bills and covering your expenses and paying your taxes, then you'll put that number, into the plan. Adjust the number according to your personal situation. So if you have other income or someone else is contributing to your living expenses, then just use the applicable annual dollar amount that you want your real estate revenue to cover. Now decide how much profit you want to make. After all, you're not working just to pay your expenses and taxes, as I mentioned. We have an added field for savings, retirement plan, maybe funding a vacation, whatever else you might have as a separate financial goal for the year. And then the plan's going to subtotal those. So the final area is to estimate your taxes. The plan, as I said, will subtotal, and you won't always know exactly what your taxable income is going to be. So just go ahead and estimate. Use a fee, something like 25 to 30%, because you're going to have tax saving strategies and deductions. But put a number in there. It would be better to ultimately, be conservative and overestimate your taxes, because if you do, then clearly you'll have more money at the end of the year. In the next 3 tabs of the business plan, you'll be able to calculate your closing goals for sales and listings once you have that income number. The sheet's going to auto-calculate the number of listings and sales you need to close in order to reach that income goal based on your specific variables like your average sales price, what's the gross commission percentage, and so on. You'll also be able to determine the presentations needed. You'll use that worksheet to determine the total number of buyer and seller prospects and actual presentations, how many buyers and sellers you need to get in front of in order to meet your annual real estate closing goals. So you're going to simply enter the total number of weeks you plan to work, and the spreadsheet does the rest of the work for you there. There is another area that you can change on that particular spreadsheet. Again, I'm going to demo all this for you, and we have it set to a 3-to-1 ratio. So if you've been in the business a while, maybe you have to go on 2 presentations to get 1 listing, for example. So the way we've written it, the model implies that you'll need 3 prospective buyers or sellers in order to get 1 person to work with you. And lastly, you need to calculate the contacts, the connections that you need. This part of the business plan auto-calculates the estimated number of appointments, contacts that you need to reach those goals. So all you'll do is complete the shaded cells, and it's a ratio. I'll explain it better when we get to the demo of each source of business that you want to focus on, and then it's going to tell you if you want to have 50% of your business come from your sphere of influence. It will calculate how many connections you need to make over on a daily and weekly basis for your numbers to work for you. Okay. So the detailed tutorial, I'm going to walk you through all of that coming up here in a future lesson. See you in the next video.
Thanks, Jan. The downloads that she talked about in that lesson are just so critically important to the process, and they're thought-provoking. That's the whole point of them. So you can really dig down, get your stuff into those sheets, and then when you're really putting your business plan together, you have all the data you need to succeed. I'd be curious to see what you guys have done in the past for business planning, or where you get stuck in business planning. So leave a comment down below or over on our show notes over at WBNLpodcast.com, and let us know, what holds you up in the business planning process, or what has really worked for you in the business planning process. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll talk about those in upcoming episodes. So once again, you can go over to our website at WBNLcoaching.com. You'll be able to grab that free course. It's over on our freebies page. It's called Real Estate Agent Fundamentals and Business Planning. That's available for you. Get all the free downloads immediately once you sign up for that. So go over there and get that right away, because you know what? It's going to be 2025 before you know it. So you want to make sure that you've got your business plan well under wraps for the start of the new year, so you can hit the ground running once the new year starts. All right. We have a lot of great stuff coming up. The fourth quarter, which is just right upon us here. Fourth quarter coming up here. Once again, we have a few great guests coming in. We will have additional information on the ever-changing rollout of the new normal after the NAR settlement there regarding real estate agent commissions. So more on that will be coming up as well. So stay tuned. Once again, all of the show notes are over at WBNLpodcast.com. This was episode 309. And until next week, align, connect, and prosper. But most importantly, be forever wandering, but not lost.